Hi everybody, 20th of April, another day in my daily life after the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. Today's been another good day actually. I had another decent sleep last night. Just looking at the time, 5 to 6. I was up at 6:30 this morning and I was on the treadmill for 8, about 8:05. So I did well there, and I was going to up my distance to 8k today, but when I was on there I just felt good, so I carried on. So I did 8.5k now, so it took me an hour and just over an hour and a half to do that. So for the 10-mile walk that I'm doing, that's just over 16k. So if it took me just over an hour and a half to do 8, I'm gonna set my goal at like 3.5 to 4 hours on the day to get rid of the, to do the 16k or 10 mile. That'll allow plenty of time. I'll try and get it as close to 3.5 as I can, but remember, walking on the treadmill is slightly different than walking out up hills and down hills. So as long as I get it done within 4 hours, I'll be pleased for that. So that's what I'm setting my goal at now. But when I come out of the gym, I got stopped by this woman. She said, "Excuse me, where did you get your bag from?" It's a hold all I've got. I've had it for years. It's got all pockets and zips and stuff all over it. I said, I can't remember. I said, why? So then she started telling me she needs one because her and a friend are going on holiday and they're going on Ryanair, and they're going to Spain and they're holidaying at an animal sanctuary. And now she needs a bag like that. And she's going on and on, but she kept going on about nonsense, really. And she kept touching my arm and telling me what she's doing, this, doing that. And at one point, I very nearly said, "You're not related to Thomas Bigley with a double G, are you?" Anyway, before it got to the stage, before I had to say, "Luke, naff off," she went anyway. I think she could see with the blank expression on my face when I just kept nodding and going, oh yeah. It's just showing lack of interest. But I nearly said, "You're not related to Thomas Bigley with a double G, are you?" Yeah. Anyway, my doors arrived today, about 1ish. But the handles are being delivered separately. So they said they should come today at some point, but at the moment they haven't come. So, 1 minute. Sorry about that. That's sod's law, isn't it? They've just been delivered. Delivery man of DPD, whoever he was. So that gave me an excuse not to put the doors on today. So I've no excuse tomorrow now. So I'll get them on tomorrow. I'll get back from the gym, I think, and hopefully I'll get them both on. I'll definitely get one on. Depends on what the weather's going to be like, I think. So because they didn't arrive, it gave me an excuse, and I just went out. Had a bit of a sit in the sun again this morning, and then I got out for a cappuccino and a homemade scone at one of the cafes. Because my favourite cafe, Juice Wave, she's not open Monday, so I thought, so much for the diet. But while I was sat out this morning, I thought, it's weather like this that I'd love to be sat out of an evening in a hot tub somewhere. It's nice. I might consider getting one actually. But I just got visions of being sat in a hot tub just bubbling away of an evening with a glass of Jack Daniels. Could do with a bit of that. Anyway, so I've put a load of clothes together today, and I'm going to get them posted out tomorrow to Crafting Memories, they're called, to have some memory bears and some bits done. They do some unusual flowers. I've seen the bear things a few places, but I've never seen these like with a stem and some look like flowers on. They look really unusual. Crafting Memories, they're called. Really nice pieces, as for keepsakes. Have a look on TikTok and on Facebook. Have a look at what they do. They've got loads of pictures Really nice pieces. I'm going to get a bear done, I think, for each of the grandkids, just as a keepsake. I get a couple done for myself and some of the flowers. I like the flowers especially, and then maybe a cushion for the bed. Just maybe a cushion, something like that. So I'm going to post them all out tomorrow. I've just got them on bed at me. I need to put them in a box or something. You know, then I can get round to sorting the rest of Angie's clothes out. So, because they all need sorting. I've been putting it off. I'm going to keep a couple of outfits that I liked her in. I'm just going to keep them on an hanger, you know, and a full outfit, you know, like pants or a skirt and a top and a coat, a particularly yellow coat that I liked, you know, I liked her in. And there's a couple like other things that I ended up dressing her in. You know, I always made sure she would dress well when it got to the stage where I had to dress her, because she didn't have any input in what she wore. I could have dressed her in a bloody old bin bag for all she'd have known, but I always made sure her clothes matched. I always made sure they matched and she looked well, because that's how she always dressed herself. You know, so I wasn't going to let her appearance go. You know, I think I did a pretty good job of it. I think I did. And I always got complimented on how she looked. You know, so. But I can't keep them all. You know, I can't keep them all. Just like I said, a couple of outfits, maybe 3 or 4. I just leave them on the hangers then in the wardrobe. I don't really know why, but then I can get through the rest of them. The charity shop will benefit from the rest of her clothes. You know, and she had some good clothes. And all them bloody shoes and boots. Got rid of loads, but there's still bloody loads of them. Why do women need 8 pairs of slippers? Why do you need 8 pairs of slippers? Because that's what Angie's got. And I know we got rid of some. Slippers, for God's sake. Anyway, so I'm posting them out tomorrow. And when they're done, like I said, I'll show you them on here. I'll bring them and show you on here. But the 2 ladies that make them, Janine and her wife, they're going to drive over this way with them. 1, because it'll be expensive to post them back to me. 2, they can have a day out in Cleveland's. And 3, I promised them a chippy tea if they do. So the chippy tea is going to be on me. So like I said, so when I don't know how long they'll take, and they take as long as it is. It's, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I've lasted all this long, you know, without them, so there's no great rush. But as soon as they drop them off and they're here, I'll show you them. I'll show you them. Don't forget to have a look. Crafting Memories. They're on here on TikTok, but on Facebook as well. Crafting Memories. Yeah. And before I go, I heard a quote today. So let me try and remember it properly. It said, when nobody wakes you up in the morning and nobody waits for you at night, what do you call it? Freedom or loneliness? Freedom or loneliness. It just made me think that. I know, it just got my mind thinking. So nice little quote that I thought. Right, anyway, right, I'm going now because I'm gonna make me tea. It's like I said, it's 6:05 now. I'll check these handles, make sure they are the ones I'd ordered, and go and make me tea and get myself showered and ready for an evening chat with Mr. Daniels. Not so bloody 3 o'clock neither tonight. I get another earlyish one tonight, and then I can be up and out of the gym again. I love these mornings when they're like this. I love mornings now when they're like this. It's summer nice mornings. So yeah, so again, thanks for your support and all your comments. Keep them coming. Like I said, I always reply if I can. If I ever miss anybody, it's by accident. And repost these videos on. Press your like buttons, follow me, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. So I will do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.